They'll come out throwing here on first down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
That's good. For the Lions. First down.
Now back to throw. Open man right side of St. Brown. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
Here we go. 19 Charger. 19 Charger. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Here we go.
A gain of 12.
Back to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. In motion, that's Tolbert. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. On the give, Genty. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just a yard.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The Lions.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Oh, he's got some break down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jahmyr Gibbs, 69 yards. And the Saints continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. They juked him. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Lions offense set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Down the sideline he goes. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down. First down at the 24-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 3 yards. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 13. Under pressure, they got him again. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They're going to look to throw. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Let's go.
First and goal, Detroit.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Lions are right back in this football game. This is 1st and 10. In motion, that's Tolbert. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Playoff lives at stake. Well, this is a big one. Third down. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this out to Genty. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give him that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on down.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10.
And they will take a knee here. So 2 down, 1 to go, and this number 2 seed definitely looking to part, and now they sit 1 win away from a Super Bowl appearance.
Yeah, and I know originally they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed and the bye through to the divisional round. But you know what they're saying right now? Let's just keep rolling. We're in a great spot.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.